Namaste yogis, welcome to your class today. I have quite a strong class planned for us today. So if you are starting your practice with an oil, you can grab it now, or you can light yourself a candle. Just find a ritual to set yourself up for your practice today. I'm going to be using elevation because I need all the elevation I can get at this point. So I'm going to place one drop into my hands. And you can rub your hands together, take a few deep breaths of your oil. You can also coat your aura, just enveloping yourself with the properties and the scent of this beautiful oil. Today, the elevation blend is what is calling me, and it's a beautiful blend of citrus oils. So I'd like us to start today in child's pose, wide-legged. So taking your knees out wide, big toes touch. Take your seat to your heels, reach your arms out in front of you, and draw your head down towards the earth. And for now, all I want you to do is soften. Soften your heart. Soften your elbows down. Soften your head. Soften your seat. And just take a moment to connect to your source, to your breath, that which gives you life. So our theme today is to be the hero or heroine of your life. So as Nora Ephron says, above all, be the heroine of your life, not the victim. So yoga tells us your meandering, anxious mind causes suffering. There is a way to quiet your mind and find peace. The steady and dedicated practice of yoga is that way. So let's move into our practice today with the intention of quieting your mind and cultivating peace. So just starting to deepen into your breath. Inviting some nice, long, deep inhales and full, complete exhales. With every inhale, feel your chest and side ribs expand. And with every exhale, feel your heart soften a little more towards your mat. Two more breaths like that. Deep, full breath. And full, complete exhale, letting everything out. One more like that. Right, so we're going to take a needle thread in your child's pose. So you're going to lean over to the left, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you thread it underneath your left arm, coming into a needle thread. So you can extend your left arm out overhead, and it's resting on the mat, or you can take it into a half bind, bringing your left hand back towards your right hip. You can rest it on your right thigh if that's available to you. Let your head be heavy. Take one more full breath here. And then slowly release your bind, extending your left arm out. Come back into your child's pose, extending both arms out in front of you. We'll take it over to the other side. So leaning over to your right, left arm extends up. And then exhale as you thread it underneath the right, coming into your needle thread on the other side. So whatever variation you took on the one side, you can do the same on this side. So if you took
a half bind, bringing your right arm back towards your left hip or your left thigh. Just connecting to your breath. Quieting the mind, seeing if you can find a bit of stillness, a bit of quiet. Last 2 breaths. Slowly release your right hand down. Take yourself back into your child's pose, extending both arms out in front of you. Long spine. Come up onto your fingertips, stretch through the arms, and then gently bring yourself up onto all fours. Just bring your knees underneath your hips, and then take them a little wider than your hips so that your feet are also directly behind your knees. And we're going to take a puppy pose, Anahatasana, walking your hands forward, drawing your heart and your chin or forehead down to the mat, keeping your hips up, softening the heart down. Just finding your breath here. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Slowly bring it all the way back. Then coming up onto your knees, so coming to stand up on your knees, you're going to extend your right leg out to the side so that your toes are pointing, rather not forward but to the side. Okay. You're going to start to slide your right hand down the right leg, reaching the left arm up towards the sky or the ceiling. Take another full breath in. And then exhale, reach all the way overhead, getting a really nice side body stretch. Opening up into the ribs, into the side hip, into the armpit. Reach through the top arms. One more breath. Deep inhale. And then exhale. Turn your torso to face your extended leg, bringing your hands down. Again, you can use blocks if you need to. You can place blocks underneath your hands. Take a full breath and lengthen through the spine. And then exhale to fold. Breathing deeply here. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up. And you're going to tuck that right knee back in. And we'll extend the left leg out to the side, toes pointing out. So sliding left hand down your left leg. Right arm reaches up. Take another full breath. And then exhale, reach all the way overhead. Stretch into the right side of the body, but keep rotating your heart up. One more breath, full inhale. And exhale, release your hands down. The hands on either side of your left leg. Take a full breath and lengthen through the spine. And exhale, invite your chest to meet your thigh. And breathe into the stretch. Create some space. Say hi to the hammies. Hi to the calves. One more, full breath in. And exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Good. Tuck that left knee in and bring your hands down to the mat. All right, so let's set ourselves up for, actually, I think we should do a little bit of abs today. Yeah, all right. Grab a block. Okay, so grab a block, or if you have a book, or even a cushion will do. You're going to come to lie all the way down onto your back. Take your block. You're going to place the block between your legs, close to your pubic bone, and then you're going to extend your legs all the way up towards the sky. So you can either flex into your feet or you can floint. So pointing into the feet but flexing into the toes. Your most important thing is to keep the thigh bones above the hips, okay? So your legs are not leaning forward and they're not taking back. They're directly above your hip bones. You're going to interlace your hands, bring them behind your head. Rest your shoulders, rest your elbows. And take a nice deep inhale, head and shoulders lift. Hold the breath. You're going to squeeze your block, push your lower back into the mat, tucking your tailbone, and exhale as you take your elbows towards your left knee. Pull belly down at the end of the exhale. Take another full breath in as you come to center. Release your sacrum, hold the breath. Squeeze your block, tuck your tailbone, exhale to your right. Lift your chin, lift your shoulders off of the mat. Inhale back to center, sacrum drops down, hold the breath. Squeeze your block, tuck your tailbone, exhale all the way up towards your toes. So really lift those elbows, lift your chin, pull belly down. Inhale back to center. Hold, squeeze your block, tailbone lifts, exhale to your left. Pull belly down. Inhale, bring it back to center. Hold the breath. Hug your block between your thighs, tailbone lifts. Exhale, elbows to the right. So keep lifting the chin, keep lifting the elbows up. So it's not a crunch in, but rather upwards. Inhale, back to center, hold. Hug your block. Tailbone lifts up. Exhale all the way up to your feet. Pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, sacrum releases, hold the breath. Hug your block between your thighs, curl your tailbone, exhale to your left. Inhale, bring it back. Hold your breath. Squeeze your block between your thighs, tailbone lifts, exhale to your right. Inhale, bring it back, sacrum releases, hold. Squeeze, tuck the tailbone, exhale towards your feet. Pull belly down. Inhale back and exhale, release. Good job, guys. All right, so you can place your block to the side for now. Hug your knees in towards your chest, just rolling gently from side to side. Okay, and then we're going to extend the legs overhead and start to roll the length of your spine. Just massaging out the length of your spine, creating some momentum. And we're going to eventually step back into a downward facing dog. Cross your ankles, ground your hands, step it back. Down dog. So this is your first downward dog. So I want you just to explore it, okay? So you can take your feet nice and wide. You can take your feet together. Move in an intuitive way. Right, just start to tap into your body's wisdom. Your body will start talking to you straight away. Stop and listen. Listen to what it has to tell you today. And that's how we become stronger, not by pushing through, not by proving anything to ourselves, but rather just listening to the body and honoring its requests. All right, so I want you to grab a hold of the edges of your mat with your hands. And then take your feet back a step. So you've got a nice wide, wider than normal downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale as you draw your chest and head down towards the mat. Really squeezing those triceps into center, in towards each other. Tailbone lifting up. Maybe some of you can get the top of your head down to your mat. Take one more breath here. Good, and release. Find your normal downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and exhale it out. Inhale, rock forward to plank, shoulders draw forward. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders forward, plank pose, engage lower belly, push the mat away from you. Exhale, down dog. Once again, inhale, slow rock forward to plank, rounding into the upper back. Exhale, we're going to lower down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, rock forward into your baby cobra. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Keep those elbows tucked in. Inhale, baby cobra. Hover your hands this time. Point your toes back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath. Open your mouth side out. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Keep those elbows tucked in. Point your toes back. Interlace your fingers or your hands behind your back. Take a deep inhale. Keep the top of the feet in the mat or on the mat and just lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, extend, lifting your chest. Top of the feet press into your mat. Exhale, release. Release your hands, bring them underneath your shoulders. Point your toes back, engage your legs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, all the way down. Good. One more. Inhale, cobra. Again, engage those legs. Kneecaps draw up. Point the toes back. Exhale, lower down. This time, come onto your fingertips. Curl your tailbone. Inhale, cobra. Shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, release. Let's take your hands out a little wider. Stay on the fingertips. Inhale, tailbone drops and heart lifts into your cobra. Maybe a little higher, shoulders still down away from the ears. Exhale, release. All right, bring your hands alongside your chest. We're going to come into an upward facing dog. Inhale, press up into your hands. Lift the legs, top of the feet pressing into your mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Come up onto your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands. You're going to walk, step, or float it forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and slowly roll the spine up, one vertebra at a time, until you come to standing in your Tadasana. When you get to the top, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Okay, so we're going to take 3 sun salutations just to start to warm the body up. I'm sure you're already pretty warm. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Ground your hands down, step back, plank pose. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees, look up at your hands, walk, step, float it forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Deepen into your breath, hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your aura. Palms touch overhead, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees, look up, hop it forward. As soon as your feet touch the ground, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep, arms reach up. Palms touch. Exhale, bring your prayer in. Hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep it up, full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. So you can step back to plank and move through your vinyasa, or you can hop back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Find your jai. Tap into it. Let it guide you. Let it be your anchor. Inhale, right leg reaches up high. Open up the hip, stretch it out, bend into the top knee. And then extend the legs, square the hips off. Bring your knee to your nose, round the back. So really bring that knee in towards your chest as you draw your shoulders forward. And then take it back, three-legged dog. Right knee, right elbow. Take it up high. Take it back behind you, three-legged dog. Right knee, left elbow, cross body movement. Keep that knee up high. Take it back. Open up the hips, stretch it out. And then slowly, with control, step into your wild thing. Right leg steps back. Lift into your hips. Open up into your heart. One more breath. And release, hands down to the mat. Take it back, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, hover forward. Create space, and then step it forward, coming into your high lunge. Arms reach all the way up. Okay, so make sure you're not standing on a straight line. Bring your hands to your hips. I want you to feel your hip points here. So tailbone drops down, hip points lift. Now keep that awareness. Inhale, straighten into your front leg. Exhale, lunge, without moving the hips. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now keep this. We're going to bend into and straighten the back knee without moving the hips. Okay, so taking a deep inhale. Exhale, bend that back knee. So it's just slight, it's a very subtle movement. And then exhale, straighten without moving those hips. Keep them there. Bend into the back knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Nice. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, cactus arms. Take your elbows out to the side. Squeeze the shoulders together. Open up into the heart space. Keep traveling those elbows down. Release your hands down. Nice, easy twisting lunge. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up. Okay, so I want you to take that left hand off of your mat and start to draw your torso away from your right knee and really open up into the chest. So really nice, wide, dramatic, easy twisting lunge. One more breath. And exhale, release your hands down. Bring your hands back onto the mat. We're going to take a side plank. So rolling over onto your left, right leg, stacks on top. Good. Now I want you to push the mat away from you and really hike those hips up. Arch the ribs up. One more breath. And exhale. Release your hands down, plank pose. Take a full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So just find your breath here. Deepen into it. So refusing to be victimized by the circumstances of your life is not necessarily about material changes, but subtle shifts of perspective. So catch your breath here and reflect again on your intention to move in ways that empower you and create peace. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Open up the hips, bend into the knees, stretch it out. Deepen into your breath. Extend the legs, square the hips off. Knee to your nose, hover forward and plank. Take it back behind you, three-legged dog. Left knee, left elbow. Take it back behind you. Left knee, right elbow, crossbody movement. Take it back. Good. Open up the hip, bend into the knee, and slowly step it back into your wild thing. Open up the heart. Hold it here for one more breath. And slowly release, bringing it back, three-legged dog. Knee to your nose, round the back, and step it forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms reach up high. Exhale, hands to your hips. Okay, so find that alignment again. Tailbone drops down, hip points lift. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, last one, rise. And exhale, stay here. Inhale, straighten into the back leg. Exhale, bend without moving the hips. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Good, straighten into that back leg. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, cactus arms. Take those elbows out nice and wide. Broaden into the collarbones, into the chest. Keep traveling down. Beautiful. Right hand down to the mat. Actually, take it off of your mat and come into your easy twisting lunge, a nice wide one. So draw that chest away from the left thigh. Open up the heart. Reach that top arm back. Let the head drop back. One more breath. And release, hands down to the mat. You're going to come into your side plank, so rolling over onto your right. Left leg stacks on top. Push the mat away from you with that right hand. Lift up out of the right shoulders. Lift the hips up. Arch into your ribs. Full breath in. And exhale, release. Plank pose. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Connect to that space. Connect to source. Moving in a way that empowers you. All right. So bring your feet together so your big toes touch, the inner parts of your feet touch. Your hands are spread out, and we're going to practice a few bunny hops, all right? It's about 4 or 5. Take your time here. This is great doing it online because there's no one to look and laugh at you. Unless your partner's doing it with you, then you can laugh at each other. Otherwise, laugh at yourself, all right? But really just try it out. So, bend into your knees and try and kick your heels to your seat. And try and land as lightly as you can. So when you land, make sure you land with bent knees, not with locked joints, all right? So take a few hops. You want to try and get those hips above the shoulders. Just a few more. Let's take one more. So think of it as a small little package. You want to keep yourself really nice and small. One more. Nice. Good job. All right. So we're going to hop it forward, keeping that small little package, just like you were doing your bunny hops. Keep it small. Good. Inhale. Chair pose. Bend your knees. Take your seat back. Now find a tiny, tiny little chair. So really lower your seat down. Bring your arms in. Bring your hands in. Fold forward. Find a tight, 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 tiny chair. And then keep lowering. And come into Navasana. Boat pose. Even I'm out of breath. Whew. Okay. Breathing deeply. A little bit more core. All right. Boat pose. This is your inhale. Exhale, Ardha Navasana, half boat, hovering. Inhale up. Exhale, hover. Inhale up. Exhale, hover. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, hover. Inhale up. All right, hold it here. We're going to interlace your fingers, except for your index fingers. They're going to point up. Take your arms out to the right. We're going to do the same thing on the side. This is your inhale. Exhale, hover. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And come back to center. Take it over to the other side. Stay with me here. These are those six-pack abs we're working on in lockdown. This is your inhale. Exhale, hover. Inhale up. Exhale, 2. Inhale up. Exhale, 3. Inhale up. Exhale, 4. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, 5. Inhale up. Hug it in. Draw your head down towards your knees. Draw yourself inwards. Good job, guys. All right, so we're going to step it back. Downward facing dog. Hands down, step back. Find your breath. Let's take a vinyasa. Nice, mindful movement with your breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Right leg reaches back behind you. Three-legged dog. Warrior 1. Step it forward. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Take a full breath in. And exhale, humble warrior on the inside of your right leg. Just take 5 deep breaths here. Let the head hang. Extend through the arms. Last one. Good. Release your hands down. I want you to bring your hands on the inside of that right foot. And you're going to snuggle that right arm underneath your shoulder. Just for a moment. Holding it here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly release. Inhale, arms reach up. Good. Swivel onto your back toes. And then slowly, with control, you're going to lower that back knee down to the ground. Hands to the mat. Straighten into your front leg. Full breath in, lengthen. Exhale, fold over your extended leg. You can draw your toes up towards the ceiling. Really creating length and space into the back of the leg. One more breath. Beautiful. Bend into your front knee. And we're going to come into standing splits. So you're going to shift your weight onto your right foot. Extend your left leg up. Drawing your head down towards the earth. And we're going to practice a few handstand kick-ups. All right, or just a few little lift-ups onto your hands. Okay, so just practicing. Really hiking the hips up. Just a few more. Just play with it here. One more. Nice. Step it back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Warrior 1. Step it forward. Inhale, the arms up high. Good. Sweep your hands behind you, interlace the uncomfortable way, non-habitual way. Open up into the chest, full breath. Exhale, bow. Humble warrior. So notice if that left hip is popping out. I want you to draw that left hip back to center. Back to your midline. 3 more breaths. Good. Release your hands down to the mat. Okay, so staying in your warrior 1 stance, your back foot still grounded. You're going to shimmy that left shoulder underneath the left knee. And breathe. Holding here, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release. Inhale. Arms reach up. Swivel onto your back toes. And then slowly, with control, lower the back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Hands down to the mat. Straighten into your front leg. Draw the toes up. Full breath in. And exhale, bow. Breathing into the back of the leg. Finding that stillness, that peace. Empower yourself with your breath. Last one. Good. Standing splits. Bend into your front knee. Tuck your back toes under. Shift your weight onto your left foot as you reach your right leg up. Drawing your chest down towards your thigh. Really lift that leg up high. And we're going to take a few of those handstand hops on the side. So play. This is your chance. Let's take a few little kicks up. And then step it back. Downward facing dog. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga.
Inhale, upward facing dog. Lower your knees. Push back. Child's pose. Just check in. Check in with your breath. Check in with your body. Check in with your mind, your thoughts. Two more breaths. Last one. Gently bring yourself up onto all fours. Bring your knees in. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Let's take a lion's breath here. Let out some of that stuck energy. Deep inhale through the nose. Stick out your tongue and roar it out. One more like that. Deep breath in. Open it out. Let it out. Come up onto your toes. Full breath in. Bend your knees. Look up at your hands. Hop it forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, hop it back, chaturanga, or step back to plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up high. Warrior one. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back, plank pose. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up high. Warrior one, step it forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back, plank pose. Full breath. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Come up onto your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands, hop it forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, take your seat back, Utkatasana, chair pose. God, full breath here. As you breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, offer your heart. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Feet hip distance apart. Ground into your hands. We're going to lower the forearms down, coming straight into your dolphin pose. Lifting up out of those shoulders, spread your fingers, press into the thumbs. Maybe walk your feet a little closer. Inhale, right leg reaches up high. And slowly lower. Inhale, left leg up high. And lower. Nice, one more breath here, deep inhale. And exhale. Press into your thumbs and press back into your downward facing dog. Good job. Right leg reaches up high, three-legged dog. Warrior one, step it forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up high. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down. Step it back, down dog. Find your breath. Right leg reaches up high, three-legged dog. I'm going to step it forward, coming into a low lunge. Lower the back knee down. Keep your hands on the floor, but you're going to bring your right hand on the inside of your right leg. And we're going to set up for your lizard pose. So bringing forearms down to the mat or onto your blocks. You're going to tuck your back toes under and extend through the back leg. So draw the tailbone back. Your heart reaches forward. Good. 2 more breaths, yeah? And then I want you to snuggle that right shoulder under the right knee. Stay on your hands here. We're going to take a full bind. So bringing right arm to your lower back and then left arm. Stay with your balance here. No turtles. Hold it here. 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. We're going to come into your scissors pose. So you want to walk your hands a little further back. Lean into your left hip, leans into your left elbow. Extend the right leg and maybe hover. Try it out. Fall out of it. Come back in. Try again. And then come back into your downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full exhale. 1 more deep inhale. And exhale. Left leg reaches up high. Low lunge, step it forward. Bring your hands on the inside of your left foot. And let's set up for your lizard pose on the side. Forearms come down. Heart forward. Tuck your back toes, extend. 3 breaths here. Last one. Good. And then come up onto your hands. I want you to shimmy that left shoulder underneath your left knee. And we're going to come into your bind. Bringing your arms back behind you. Grab a hold of your arms. Lengthen through the spine. Heart forward. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. We're going to set up for your scissors pose. So notice how I bring my right hand back so that my elbow is in line with my hip. I'll lean my hip onto the right elbow. Extend the left leg out, resting it on the left tricep. And then lift up. Good. Slowly take it back. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. All right. That was hard work. Come up onto your toes. Look up at your hands. You're going to hop to seated. Whew. All righty. I'm sweating. Okay, so we're going to move into a bit of gravity surfing. So if you've never heard of gravity surfing before, this is going to be fun, right? Okay, so we've opened up into the hips a bit. We're going to open up a little more. So we're going to take a leg cradle. So you're going to grab a hold of your right leg and either cradle it, your foot into the crook of your elbow and your knee into the other elbow. You can interlace your hands, bringing your chest in or your shin in towards your chest, but you want a long spine. So no turtles, really sit up proud. If this is too much, you can always forklift your shin. Okay. And we're just going to gently rock it open a few times. Good. And then come back to center. Grab a hold of the right foot with both hands. Okay. Inhale, draw that knee back, and then exhale, lift it up towards your head. Inhale, back. exhale, lift. Once again, inhale, back, exhale, lift. Good. All right. So we're going to bring that right arm underneath the right leg. Okay, and you want to hike that leg up as high as you can onto that right arm and ground your hands. This is where your strap may come in handy. You can grab a hold of your strap and place it around your right ankle. And then hold on to the straps with your left hand. Your right arm reaches out to the side. And then slowly start to straighten into the right leg. Coming into your compass point. Okay. If you want to try without your strap, you'll grab a hold of the outside of your right foot with your left hand and then straighten, opening up into the chest, holding here 3, 2, and 1, release. Nice. Now for our peak pose, bit of gravity surfing. So again, have fun with this. Fall out of it, laugh, try, but try at least. Okay, so we can extend the left leg out in front of you. You're going to hike that right leg back, just like we did, and hike it up onto your right shoulder or your right upper arm as high as you can. Okay, you want to point into those toes, right and left. Ground your hands down, so it might be useful to also place some blocks if you need a little bit more height. And you want to lift your seat up, right? Okay, just lifting up, pulling the belly in. Maybe you can lift up both. This is called your elephant pose. Okay, if you're ready to go for a little bit of gravity surfing, we're going to move from your elephant pose into your scissors. So have fun with this. Try it. If it doesn't work, that's okay. That didn't work for me either. And Mike, let's try that again. Okay. Hiking. Right leg over the left. We have to fall out of this so we can learn. Okay. Coming up into your elephant and then finding a bit of balance, if you can, to take it back into your scissors. But challenging with this mic on the side. Whew. So try it out, pause it if you want to, and try it out on this side. Take your time to play with it, but let's try that on the other side as well. Okay, so hiking left foot in, either forklift or cradle, lift up tall through the spine. Close your eyes, connect to your breath, hug your shin in towards your heart space, and then a gentle rock from side to side. Then coming back to center, grab a hold of the left foot with both hands. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, back, and exhale, lift. Inhale, back, exhale, lift. All right, let's take your compass point. So if you used your strap on the one side, grab a hold of your strap, place it around the left ankle, and you're going to hike that left knee up onto the left arm. Extend your left arm out to the side. Grab a hold of your strap or grab a hold of your foot, and you're going to start to straighten into the left leg. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Nice. Okay, let's try this gravity surfing on the other side. All right. So right leg is extended. You're going to hike that left knee back and over your left shoulder. Okay, point into both feet. Ground your hands down. start to lift your seat, maybe lift your leg, and maybe try and take it through. Let's try again. Okay. Taking that right leg back and into your scissors. Got it right last time. And if your face plants, I did it a few times and I still do. So it's all part of yoga, all part of life. Well done, guys. So let's just stretch it out. All right. Extend your legs out to the sides. Take a full breath in, lengthen through the spine. Walk your hands forward as you breathe out. Maybe coming onto your forearms, maybe staying on your hands, or maybe coming all the way down. Just connect. Breathing. Last 2 breaths. Toes pointing up. Heart softening down. Slowly walk your hands back, rolling the spine up. Use your hands to draw your legs together. Bend into your knees. Shift your hips forward. Grab the front of the shins. And then start to round into the back. Straighten into the arms. And then slowly roll down. 1 vertebra at a time. Until your back is flat on the mat. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll it out. Just releasing all that effort, all that hard work. We're going to take a Harley Davidson stretch. That's what they call it anyway. So you're going to wrap right leg over the left, but you want to take your shins out to the side. So your feet are out to the side. Okay, so we're not down here. The legs or the shins are parallel to the ground. And you're going to grab a hold of your ankles. So they're almost like handlebars, right? And you want to draw those ankles or those feet towards your shoulders, towards your armpits. Breathe deeply here. Last 2 breaths. All right, slowly release. Unravel the legs. Let's take it to the other side. So left leg wraps over the right. Take your feet out, shins parallel. Grab a hold of your ankles and then draw your feet towards the floor next to you. Last 2 breaths. Slowly release. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Interlace your hands over the top of the feet and draw them down towards your body. Letting the knees open out to the sides. Hold for 3. Soften the head. 2. Last 1. And release. Nice. Give yourself 1 more squeeze. And then slowly begin to set yourself up for your final resting pose. Extending your legs all the way down. and starting to release and let go. Soften your body, spread your body, take up space. Take a final scan from the top of the head all the way down to the toes. Notice what parts are resisting, what parts are still holding on. And see if you can completely release them down to the ground. Take a nice deep full breath in. And then exhale, let it all go. As you soften and settle into your final posture. Close your eyes. And rest deeply for the next minute or two. Slowly begin to journey back to your yoga bubble, back to your mat, back to your body, your breath. Invite some movement to your fingers and your toes. Invite some breath into your lungs. And then start to extend your arms all the way overhead and give yourself a nice big full body stretch. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then gently roll over onto your left side, using your arm as a support for your head. Take a moment here in your fetal position. And then when you're ready, gently bring yourself to seated, facing the front with your eyes closed. Let's bring our hands together in prayer in front of our hearts. So you can choose to be a victim of the internal pushing and pulling, or you can choose to forge another path. Yoga tells us the root of your suffering is within you. The path to contentment and peace is within you too. It's all you. Whether you suffer or you find peace, the choice is yours. Whatever happens outside your mind, you can cultivate control of your mind and your perspective. What could be more empowering? Let's take a nice deep inhale and exhale to sigh it out. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Until we meet on the mat again, the love, light, and understanding in me bow and honors to the love, light, and willingness in each of you. Namaste.